indictment was unsealed today in the United States District Court for the Eastern District of New York, charging Larry Paget, also known as Biz Log and Molotov Biz, with murder in aid of racketeering. Paget was arraigned today at the federal courthouse in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. The charges were announced by Bridget M. Road, acting United States Attorney for the Eastern District of New York, William F. Sweeney, Jr., Assistant Director in Charge, Federal Bureau of Investigation, New York Field Office, FBI, and James P. O'Neill, Commissioner, New York City Police Department, NYPD. As detailed in the indictment and detention memorandum, Paget was a leader of the 8th Ray Crips gang. On August 28, 2015, in order to maintain and increase his position in the gang, Paget shot and killed a rival gang member, Crispine Phillip, also known as Droppa, inside the Buddha Hookah Lounge in the Prospect Lefferts Gardens section of Brooklyn. Surveillance video from the Buddha Hookah Lounge depicts the defendant removing a firearm in a crowded bar and shooting the victim several times in the back and in the head while the victim tried to escape. The defendant then fled the Buddha Hookah Lounge, climbing over several of the customers who had fallen to the ground. As alleged, the defendant, a leader of the 8th Ray Crips, brazenly shot and killed a rival gang member in a Brooklyn bar crowded with patrons, stated acting United States Attorney Road. Together with our law enforcement partners, the FBI and the NYPD, we will use all available resources to hold accountable those who endanger the lives of the residents of our community. Gang members have shown they will do whatever necessary to maintain their control over their turf and retaliate against those who they see as a threat, stated Assistant Director in Charge Sweeney. The suspect in this case allegedly shot and killed someone in a crowded nightclub, not considering the dozens of innocent people who could have been hurt or worse killed as well. The violence these gangs spread impacts people every day, so we will continue to go after the leadership who use murder and violence to threaten our communities. As alleged, the defendant in this case shot and killed a rival gang member to elevate his status in the 8th Ray Crips, stated NYPD Commissioner O'Neill. The deadly shooting happened inside of a crowded lounge, injuring several others in the shooting, and several more with the panic that ensued. Today's indictment reinforces the message that law enforcement is committed to fighting gun violence and gang activity wherever and whenever we find it. The charge contained in the indictment is merely an allegation, and the defendant is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty. If convicted, the defendant faces mandatory life imprisonment. The government's case is being handled by the office's Organized Crime and Gangs Section. Assistant United States Attorneys Patrick T. Hine and Matthew S. Miller are in charge of the prosecution.